Poisa, Acting Senior Director for Urban Renewal and Development. Urban Renewal provides the strategic direction towards the revitalization of our urban spaces. So it's really looking at strategies through policies, programs, and projects to see how best we can address the issues related to urban decay and urban blight in Jamaica. Our portfolio provides guidance and outlines clearly the government's effort towards the revitalization of our urban spaces, towns, and cities. The Urban Renewal and Development branch looks at the Urban Renewal and Development Program, which the branch has developed, as the roadmap towards a sustainable urban renewal program for Jamaica. And by that we mean the 12 initiatives, which we call the Urban 12 or the UR12, examine critical areas linked to the 5 pillars of urban renewal. That's physical, environmental, economic, social, and cultural. And these initiatives are linked to SDG, Sustainable Development Goal 11, which is to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. So with national development in mind, once we have these programs implemented, we're talking about the enhanced quality of life of our residents, all the users within the spaces. So it's residents and visitors of the spaces. So these spaces become attractive and pull people to them. Because as you know, the urbanization rate right now in Jamaica is they're about up 56%, and it's expected to increase in line with the global trend, especially given that Jamaica is a developing country. So we are seeing that Latin America and the Caribbean, and we are part of that region, has the fastest growing rate of urbanization globally. We have looked at installation of solar lights. There are some communities, as you know, they are not connected to the national grid, and they don't have access to street lighting. And so through this program, the Urban Renewal and Development Program, these communities would have benefited through the installation of solar lighting, and that improves safety and security. We would have looked at and implemented projects that focus mainly on community upgrading, beautification, and transforming the images of urban communities. And through that, we have done the zinc fence removal, because zinc fences not only are unsightly, but they pose a challenge to law enforcement and effective policing, and also for the smooth traversing of emergency vehicles in these communities. So once you remove these rusty corrugated zinc fences, what happens is that you are transforming the image and appearance of these spaces, and by therefore transforming the psychology of people, to appreciate and improve space of living. We have also looked at pocket parks and park upgrading. We would have addressed the issue of providing meaningful recreational and leisure spaces for persons to enjoy. And it's part of the wider scheme of environmental sustainability and making spaces inclusive and attractive. In June of this year, the Prime Minister would have made an announcement in Parliament about the Phase 1 of the Urban Renewal Development Program, by which all constituencies will be allocated $4 million to look at projects that will focus on installation of community signs and street signs, zinc fence removal, creation of pocket parks or park upgrading. And we are looking now at those projects. We are trying to accelerate the implementation of those projects so that our our own residents and citizens across Jamaica can benefit. There are also 3 major parks that we are looking at in terms of upgrading. The Jagmeyers Park in Black River, St. Elizabeth, the Neville Antonio Park in Port Antonio, and the Rudolph Elder Park in Morant Bay. The government of Jamaica, through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, is revitalizing the urban landscape and renewing communities for a better tomorrow.
Up next.
Everybody wants to know what the weather is or what the weather will be so that proper plans can be made and we can make sure that things are in place to handle.